Peace, beautiful folks. We're about to start shortly. I'm doing something different today. I am going to start a Tibetan mini sound bath, kundalini style, starting from you on the root chakra, because that's what we're going to be focusing on today. So definitely kick back, relax, grab you some water, grab you a snack, find you some refuge, find you some quiet, find a space where you can be. Whether you want to stand, whether you want to sit, or just lay, just be. No need to look at the screen. Let the sound heal you. Let the sound hold you. Let the sound mend shortly. to take a few deep breaths. Nice and comfortable. Also hope you can hear me well. You're loud in the fort. What am I burning? I am burning cinnamon. Since we are focusing on the root chakra today, cinnamon is a great spice, a great plant for the root chakra. After this session, I will explain what is the root chakra, how do you know if it's blocked, what do you need to do if it's, to open it, and how to keep it open, how to keep it protected. But cinnamon, a lot of people like to use it for luck, increase of prosperity, to bring in money, to bring in new opportunities. This is also great for grounding. So if you're feeling uneasy, if you are feeling some sense of insecurity, instability, also if you're feeling unsafe and you would like to feel safe in your body, safe in your environment, safe where you are, if you need to ground yourself, especially after being in a fight or flight mode, if you need your vagus nerve to be reset, burn some cinnamon. Also, health benefits is great for decreasing high blood pressure. It is also good for your heart, so heart health. It strengthens the heart. Your culinary? No, not culinary. Oh my gosh. Cardiovascular health, y'all. Thank you for your patience. And when you think of cinnamon, it's nice and spicy, right? So just think about the fire element. We all need fire just as much as we need earth, just as much as we need air, and just as much as we need water. Again, come as you are. Get comfortable, grab you some water. Find you a nice, quiet, and still space to be. If you want to be outside and soak in nature, whatever makes you feel good. we're going to stop this here. Hope you feel a little more grounded today. In this moment, I hope you're taking one moment at a time, not rushing, not forcing anything. You're hydrated, you're getting hydrated, Take time to smile today, take time to laugh. Take time to love on your loved ones and let them know that you love them and that you care for them. Be sure to take time for yourself. Also, be sure to be harvesting the wisdom of these retrogrades that are currently in the microwave. I hope you're taking time to learn, you're taking time to be curious, you're taking time to grow and water yourself, because that is how you grow. I hope you're taking time to love, to hug, to be present. As mentioned, also feel free to get off this live if you don't want to stick around. I'm going to stick around. As mentioned, I was going to explain, and I'm going to explain, how do you know if you're blocked, how to unblock it. It is possible for your chakras or chakra to be overactive. I also just realized some people don't even know where the root chakra is. So your root chakra is basically in your pelvis area, basically like in your lower back. And for those, like myself, that have endured and also navigate chronic pain with spinal issues, it is imperative for me to keep my energy flowing. And believe it or not, we are like trees. Think about your feet, where it takes you, where you plant yourself, how you use it for balance. Think about your root chakra as the same exact thing. Hence, root, right? And as mentioned, I was talking about cinnamon and the element of fire. The root chakra element is fire. A little bit, because it keeps saying that my connection is funky. Yes, the color is red. Golden. Like the whole purpose of sense of security. Feeling safe. Assertiveness. Taking initiative. And also, this is where trauma, also there is death, also a lot of shadow work. Yeah, your shadow self is in your root chakra. It's also in your sacral. But we'll talk about that. Talk about the sacral chakra in the future. I was mentioning about like spinal issues and all those things. And for those who do experience back pain, hip pain, physicality of the, I was bedridden for 5 years. My mobility was compromised, but I was in a very insecure, scarcity, fight or flight, survival. your triggers and like all those things right in the root chakra. And I had to do a lot of energy work to release a lot of stagnant energy that was in my lower back. Release and break up the stagnant energy that were in my hips that were severely tight. So shout out to physical therapy for me. Also Chakra yoga and like all those things, because once upon a time like Chakra yoga was damn near impossible. It was definitely like do weights for a hip opener, and that's when I got strong enough to do a little bit more. So it all started there. So if you are experiencing back pain, feel free to try the child's pose. Now also, I just want to let you know, this is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a medical professional or any of those things. I'm just about it. And with that, like, I'm an energy healer, not the same. And all those things, if you have the access and you do know somebody that can take you to the doctor or whatever, please take care of yourself. Okay? Root chakra is blocked. You find yourself insecure, yourself being envious, you find yourself being jealous, also being in survival mode, which is unfortunately inevitable at times. It's my privilege and all those things. Also, being triggered. A lot of people have been talking about triggers. As your teacher, opportunities to your body. I absolutely agree. But also, before doing those things, try to ground yourself before doing it. Because the emotions are high. And a lot of times when the emotions are high and you're reactive, you know, a lot of things are a little clogged up. Also, when you think about judgment, judging yourself, judging others, that is also a sign that your root chakra could be blocked, and also it could be overactive. So, Ali, how do you balance the shit? How do you open it? So in order to open it, as mentioned, definitely if you are into doing body meditation, if you're into doing stretching definitely helps. Stretching your lower back, stretching your hips, stretching your legs, moving around if you can. And if you're unable to do that, and if you know someone that can help you open your hips, that can help you like massage your back, and also like find a good massager that helps too. Drinking cinnamon, eating spicy foods. Think about red foods. Feel free to like double up on your red foods, sweet or not, as long as it's like not processed. I'm not talking about like Skittles and red candies and all those things. No, I'm talking about like fruits, veggies, spice, wearing the color red, sitting in a room with red lights. Also, the chanting sound for the root chakra is lum. So if you are one of those people that find yourself soothing, and you find it soothing, to chant, to hum, feel free to just sit still, take a few deep breaths, and in between, just do that. Do it as long as you need to, okay? It also helps balance and keep it maintained, okay? Keeping it open. Who are tapped in and align themselves with the moon. We know that today is today is a root chakra focused day, okay? Days like this for me, I try to do something that scares me. Something that makes me feel away, and it's all the reasons why I should do it. Another thing is, I mentioned wearing red, and also like stimulating your senses. So if you were to smell like cinnamon apple, something like a raspberry candle, What else is red? Eating peppers, all of those things. Like, incorporate all of those. Feel free. And if you are curious and you want to fuck around and find out, definitely do some research. Figure out what colors for each chakra is. And basically, solar plexus, the color yellow, yellow foods. Wearing yellow. Smelling yellow things. Being in the green, the color green. Green foods, leafy veggies, green juices. Being out in nature. The throat chakra, the color is blue. Blue foods, blueberries, acai. I think of blue foods, but like blue, the color blue. Drinking more water. The third eye is like incense, frankincense. The crown chakra is, say, pink. I like to use the color white. So, white noise machines. Also, once again, being out in nature. Wearing white. Things are necessary. All those things you can incorporate and your chakras open to keep them from not being overactive. Okay, I would talk more about this as the weeks come because it's time. And as we know, chakra, and I've noticed that I kind of omitted the educational part of it. Everybody don't know what chakras are. Everybody don't know where they're located. Or, once again, how to open them. How do they know if it's if it's blocked or overactive? So I will be here to provide the knowledge that I know, that I've experienced, that I've also adopted along the way in my spiritual journey. Now, don't get it twisted. Just because you're on the spiritual journey doesn't mean that, you gotta be perfect. You have to be of light and love all the time. It's impossible. That's not practical, it's not rational, and it's not life. Everything, everyone has a contrast, including ourselves. This is why we have shadows. That's why we have our shadow self. And along the way, I will also talk more about shadow work, especially knowing that this is a very appropriate time for shadow work. As mentioned, Chiron is in retrograde. Pluto is in retrograde. Saturn is in retrograde. And all of these planets are rooted in the things of inner child, talk about, but I also feel like it should be talked about more. Simply the fact is, I feel when we talk about shadow work, it's always about, okay, we acknowledge our shadows, we face our shadows, now we must tame our shadows, or we must omit them, ignore them. It must be full of light and love. And it's like, no. Shadow integration is imperative. Shadow integration is important. Because at the end of the day, we're all having a human experience. There are times we may get jealous as individuals. We may be envious as individuals. We may feel insecure. We may feel a little... may have to crash out on a nigga or two. Simple the fact is, this is life, and that's what comes with the themes. So, thank y'all for tuning in. And care of yourself helps take care of others. And I will be back on the second Saturday of September. Also, happy Venus and Leo to my fellow Leos, especially. And for those who are Leos, you know that Leo season ended yesterday. Happy belated birthday, happy return. I'm gonna get off of this. I'm gonna take care of my body. I'm gonna drink some water. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side. As we know, on the Mixed in the War tip, on the DJ tip, you will see me Monday. You'll hear from me on Monday from at 12 o'clock to 12:30 on Twitch. I will still try to get on here and merge over there. It's gonna be cute. Okay, grab your lunch. We're gonna dance. Okay, so I'll see one of you. Peace.